Hello everybody, I am Nicad. We are playing Feed the Beast, episode 8. Today we're going to do some stuff with bees. This is the area I've decided on where we're going to put kind of our agricultural complex. I've already marked out where our roads are going to go. We're going to put my main house for this area in this grid. Over there and over there we're going to have wheat farms. Possibly a tree farm over there, and then I have some other ideas of what I'm going to do over in that area, which I will not get into this episode, but next episode probably. We got one of these trees here. We're going to have to cut it down, unfortunately. These things are pretty cool. Hopefully we'll get a sapling from it. Over here we'll put the cows, I think. Maybe the bees there instead, and then cows over here, something like that. I kind of would like the cows to be not right next to the house, but we'll see. And then over here is where we're going to put our bee research area. And I've already got a pretty solid idea of what I want to do with that. So let's get some materials. I've already made some machines, an analyzer, a data bank, and I'll show those when we get to them. But for now, let's just get this thing built. And so the road's going to be 5 wide and 3 spaces for the kind of the apron skirting around the building. We're actually going to start building, I think, there. If I recall correctly, I already did this kind of in creative just to get an idea of how it's going to look. I think that's what we do. Yes. Okay, and then it comes out like this, and then we're gonna have yeah, that's right. Okay, and then we're gonna have apiaries. Ooh, not there. Like that, and then the wall will come like this. Okay. And then like that. We'll put apiaries there. Bring this over here like this. And then over here. And then these we're not going to set up for any kind of automated system because these are going to be mainly just for breeding. And so I want to handle that manually. Whoa, okay. And then we're going to put columns, or just corner post kind of things there. And there, there, there. And then these corners. There we go. For the... oh, let's get rid of this. For the windows, I decided to go with this reinforced glass. We made this, I think, last episode. I really like the way it looks, especially with this cobblestone. It looks so much better than the regular glass where it's all white. So I think this will look pretty good. You know what? I'm going to come back and I'll take care of that. It takes a while to break it, even with or especially with the thing. What's it called? Rock cutter. There we go. And we'll go around the other side. It took a while to make all this. I needed to use... well, I actually used zinc to make the mixed metal ingots you need to make the... what do you call it? The alloy or whatever it is to make this glass. It took quite a while. And now on the interior here, I think we're going to have... oh, well, we'll do the top edging, and we're going to do that with oak. Like this. So we're going to come around the top. Like so. And this is actually going to look pretty good, and we're not using even really anything that you wouldn't have in vanilla other than the glass. And I think the glass really brings it together. Okay. Now we want to come over like this. We're gonna lift the center ceiling up just a little bit. Then over like this. We're gonna have to get that pig out of there. Very nice. We'll get rid of these. Now we need our glass again. So we'll fill in up here first. I really hope someday they change the vanilla glass texture. Because when you see what you can do with a much nicer glass, it really just makes you wish you didn't have to work with that really bright white color. Oh, come on. There we go. Is that centered? It isn't. That should be fine. That's the center of the property, basically. The lot kind of thing. Am I out of glass? Really? I made so much! Alright. Let's just break these off, put them up in the roof. Where there was another one. There. Right, and there's the one more outside. It took so long to make all this. How did I not have enough? I even counted it out, or I thought I did. I didn't leave any in here, did I? No. Oh well, I must have screwed up the math somewhere. So, once we get this like that, you know what, I'm just gonna plug that hole with dirt, I think. I don't even have dirt. I'll use the cobble. Good enough for now. And then I brought some more of these inverted lights. We're gonna put those in... Oh no, we're not gonna put those there. I don't know what happens if you break them with anything other than the silk touch. I don't know if they shatter or something. Probably don't, but I'm not going to take the risk there. If we put them like that, we have nice lighting through the whole area here. It's well above mob spawning level. Clear these out down to floor. And then after I do this, what I'm gonna have to do is go get some bees. You need, when you breed bees, you need princesses and drones. And you can breed additional drones, but you can't get princesses anywhere but from hives. So we're gonna need to do quite a bit of hive hunting. The main thing we want to do is get up to... there's one bee breed that produces... I think it's called stringy comb. And to get that you need to go through several steps of breeding. Let's bring in some of these things. The analyzer and the apiary data bank. So I'll put those over here. And for this to run we need honey. To get honey we need to run... Sorry, I had to take a drink there. My voice is disappearing on me here. To get honey we need to run honey drops through a centrifuge, I believe, or a squeezer. So we're going to need to do a bit before we can get that going, which is unfortunate because that's kind of key to this whole system. But we have this built. I'm going to take a break here, go get some bees, and I'll be back when I have something else going on. Okay, we're back. I've done a whole bunch of things in, well, not a whole bunch of things, but I've run around, collected a whole bunch of bees. We have, I think, one of pretty much every kind. We have wintry, forest, valiant, tropical, modest, marshy. These valiants are cool that we got those. They're pretty rare. I broke, dozens of bee hives, and we only got 3. So that's nice to have. We got a whole bunch of marbled, meadows, and rocky. I've filled all of these with marbled, purebred marbles that we got out of the hives because I want them to produce some of these combs. Because then we can use the combs in a centrifuge to get some honey for a squeezer, and then we can have that bee analyzer running. And once we do that, we can start breeding them. So let's set up... do we have it here? Centrifuge, squeezer. What do we need? And I brought these things. A boiler to set up to run it for now. Long term, I don't think that's going to be very efficient. But it works just to get us up and running here. And we're actually just going to put it in the middle of this thing. Oh, and we need... Did I bring it? Aqueous accumulator. I don't have a bucket. We need water. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I got some water, I got some buckets. Let's get this set up. So I've dug a hole, we're just going to put the water down there. Aqueous accumulator in the middle. Where'd the wood go? There it is. Let's put that back. And we'll put a pipe there so we can put the fuel box on top. Just seal this back up so it's not standing out. Put our boiler on top of that. Oh. There we go. Let's get this thing running. That'll start picking up with steam. We need some conductive piping. That should be good. We need waterproof pipe too. So we'll just have it here for now. This is going to be just kind of a temporary location. And then we'll put... oh, we don't have wooden conductive piping. Crap. Do we have the materials to make it quick? We do. Okay, let's quickly make a wooden conductive pipe. Wait, glass. There we go. Get a piece of glass, and then we can make the pipe. Anybody near me? I'm always paranoid here because it's not as well lit up as the other place. There we go. Wood and then glass in the middle gives us the pipe. We'll put a redstone. There we go. So wooden conductive pipe. We'll put that there. We'll put the engine there. And then we'll just have this. Yeah, let's put it there. And so we have a squeezer and a centrifuge. So we can probably get this going. Oh, we need a lever. I don't have any regular sticks. The lever there is good. And that's already putting out steam, so that's excellent. This guy's got a honeycomb. This guy's got a honeycomb. Anybody else? You guys? Okay, we got 4. So we'll put those in the centrifuge. Oh, we gotta turn the engine on. There we go. That should start pumping out power. That should start going up shortly. There it goes. Is this thing drawing power? This might have resting power. I don't know. But I think I have some more combs. I do. We'll just put these in for now. May as well do them all at once. And then hopefully this will give us some honey drops. There was one. Then we can put those in the squeezer. Then I might have to go get some tin cans, and then we can use that to put it in here. Or actually, we can use this beeswax. What's the recipe for that? We want... Where is it? Oh. There we go. We want wax capsules. So those are easy enough to make. We put... go back out to our... Did I put... I thought I had a project table. There it is. Let's put that in here. There we go. So we want one of these. That gives us wax capsules. I think we can fill them up from in here like that. Let's find out. That should start squeezing out the honey. Yeah, there we go. Not a whole lot from each drop, but we should be able to get plenty of drops. So that thing's still doing its thing. We're gonna make, while we're waiting, some of these things. These are impregnated sticks. And you can get those from a carpenter by putting 2 logs in. It gives you 2 sticks. You need some seed oil over here. You get that by putting seeds into a squeezer. So what you can do with that is we can put these things around the outside, and then we put some string in the middle, and that gives us impregnated frames. And then with the impregnated frames, we can put them... Actually, we probably shouldn't do this. I'll tell you what we'll make. We'll make soul frames, because we're going to need those. So for that we need soul sand. We're going to use the project table. Put all of our frames in there. And our soul sand, and I think this is the recipe? Yeah, that gives us soul frames. So now we have all these soul frames. What they do is they speed up the evolution of your bees. So once we start breeding for changes, we can put them in here, into these slots, and it'll increase the... Whoa. Shut that off, or that's going to blow up. It'll increase the chances of them producing... Oh, good, we got a honey capsule. Producing mutations, which is what we want. So now we have some honey in here. We can actually breed something. I'm just going to wait for these guys to finish up their work. And then when we come back, we'll start breeding some bees. So I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, all these guys have done their work. I've emptied out the apiaries. I've put a soul frame in each of them. I think one should be fine. And I've got all the bees that we're going to breed. We're going to use all marbled princesses because we have a lot of them. They're easy to get. I don't mind mutating them. Because once you mutate them, they're gone. They become the new kind of bee. And I'd like to keep the other ones to breed up a number of drones for stuff we'll get into later. But for now, we're just going to do this. So we're just going to put a marbled princess and a meadows drone. Marbled meadows, and over here we'll put marbled and forest. And then marbled and meadows again over here. Because we have a lot of drones of those. And you always want to keep basically one purebred princess and one purebred drone of each around, just so that you can always breed up additional drones later if you need them. So, these are going to take a little while, especially since it's night. Let's go sleep. We will probably take a little break here because these are going to take a while to do their thing. And they all seem to be in okay climate. You have to watch the temperature and the humidity over here. Different biomes have different levels, and different bees can only work in certain ones. Like, I think the marbled and the meadows, they're fine in the forest here. The forest obviously are. I think the valiant are as well. Tropical need, I think, a more humid environment. I'm not sure if we can breed them here or not. We might be able to. Wintry obviously need cold environment. We'd have to go to a snow biome like that place over there. And what's the other one? The modest, they require basically a desert. And the marshy, I think they need a more damp environment as well. So that's actually why we're in the forest here, because it's pretty good for pretty much any kind of bee that you want to put in here. Yeah, these are going to take a while. Once we get some of these done breeding, I'll come back and we'll take a look and see what we've got in the old analyzer. So I'll be right back. All of our bees are done breeding. Let's check out what we got. I'm only going to look at the interesting ones here. I'll leave the other ones to do off camera. This one doesn't look like we got anything really good there. Those are just marbled and meadows, which is what we put in. These are all marbled. Oh, there we go. There's a common drone, and that's what we want. We want commons. This is a mutation. We're going to check that out in the analyzer over there. Let's see what else we got. Marbled princess, marbled drones. Marbled princess, forest drone, another common drone. Common drone, marbled and forest. Meadows, ooh, common drone and a common princess. Meadows, a common princess. Common drone, common princess. Okay. Let's see what the princesses are first. We just pop them in here, and it'll start analyzing them. They use up, or it uses up a little bit of honey. Let's put those drones in there too. And while we're waiting for that, let's check out this machine here. This is the, I believe it's called the apiary data bank. And it holds information on any bee species that you have discovered. If you've bred it in one of your apiaries, it'll show up in here. And you can use that to get all kinds of information on the bee. Let's go back up here. So it shows you how quickly it works, how long it lives, how many children it will have, which is princess plus, and then 3 drones for the forest one here. The area that it'll work in, so there has to be a flower within a 9x9x6 area centered on the apiary. And then whether it can work at night, whether it can work in darkness or underground, whether it can work in the rain, what kind of flower it needs, and some of them need different ones. Like I think the marsh one needs lily pads to work, and actually they might need mushrooms. But there's also another one that needs lily pads. There's I think the tropical might need vines. What else we got? Products, what it produces. This produces honeycomb. And then these are all the biomes in which it can live. So you see we don't have alpine in here. So that's why we're over here. I guess this is once you discover them, it'll show you what they can mutate to. And we don't know anything here. We need to discover those first. So let's take a look at, we got some of these done. Common Meadows Hybrid Princess. Ooh, Purebred Princess. We'll put her to the side. Common Forest Drone. Common Meadows Princess. Common Marbled Drone. Put this guy in there. So this Common Princess, we're not going to breed here yet. This is an apiarist chest. I made it a little while ago. And what you can do with these is you can put quite a few bees in here. Bees take up a lot of room, so it's a pretty big chest. I think the Maybe the diamond chest might actually be bigger, so we might look at using one of those in the long term. But for now, this is convenient. Common marbled hybrid. And some of these other bees that I left in the apiaries, they might be hybrids of commons as well. You see how it says common meadows or common forest, common marbled? That means they are the one in the at the beginning is the dominant breed, and then the second listed is the recessive. So if you've ever taken genetics or a biology course that has genetics in it, that should be dominant, recessive should be familiar terms. If not, it basically just means that it'll show the properties of the one in the beginning. But when you breed them, we'll actually probably go into that next episode maybe, and I'll explain a little bit of the science behind it, because it is based on simple genetics. So I'm going to go through the rest of these things, see what else we got, and I'll be back when I've done that. Actually, let's go over the genetics now, because we have the materials to do it, and it's pretty simple. So this box here with the 4 squares is what's called a Punnett square or a Punnett square, and each of the each pair of blocks represents a parent. And so if we breed these 2 parents, and each can pass on one piece of genetic information, then this is how it's going to end up with the children. Now, each of the blocks individually represents a piece of genetic information. So if we assume this is, say, the forestry breed type, and this is the common breed type, and same over here, the white's the forestry, the purple is the common, then when we breed them, we have a 25% chance of each child, each drone and each princess carrying genetic information based on how these are going to match up in the squares. So if this one gets passed on and this one, we end up with 2 whites in that one. If it's the white from that parent and the purple, we end up with a white and a purple. And then it's the same down here. The white gets passed on from that one, the purple from that one. And then over here, we end up with 2 purple. So if this was, I believe I said, so it's forest and common. So this is going to be a forest purebred. This is going to be a forest, or a common forest, a forest common. This one's going to be a common forest hybrid. And this one's going to be a purebred common. And there's 25% chance of each of those appearing. So when we're breeding the bees, we want to maximize the percentage chance that we're going to get this one. So if we go back over to our bees here, I've run a few more of them through the analyzer. And what we have here is we have the common meadows hybrid, and we have a marbled common hybrid, and then we have more the same thing there. So because each of them carries the common genes, there's a better chance that they're going to produce one of these than if we wait for the soul frames to do their job and mutate them. Now, we did get that one purebred common, but out of how many bees? I mean, we put, we had 9 apiaries, and we got just this one purebred common from the mutations caused by the soul frame. So it's in our interest to breed them so that we end up getting, or we have a chance to get, the purebred common from the combination of genes. So I think that's pretty simple, and I think we can do that. We have some that we can actually breed for that. The rest, I don't think, ended up having any. Oh, there's another common hybrid. So we can use that to also increase, because this works the same whether you have the same genes or if 2 different kinds of genes at each place. You can still work it out the same way and determine what your outcomes are possible, like what the possible outcomes are. So if this was instead something else, then this is going to change, and this is going to change. But we still have a chance of having at least a common hybrid. 50% chance that we're going to end up with a common hybrid, 50% chance we're not going to have anything with common in it. So let's do that. We're going to start breeding some of these to get some more commons. And I'm actually going to take the soul frames out of those ones just so we don't have to worry about random mutations kind of screwing us over. So I'm going to set that up, and once I get the next generation of bees, I'll be back. I actually just checked the time. We're running a little bit long. We're getting towards where I want to cut it, so we're going to continue this in the next episode. We'll continue with bees and the farm in general. So I'm going to end it here. When we come back in the next episode, we'll take a look at what we got from these. So I'll see you next time. Take care.